So for now, just defense, work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
That counter punch caught him. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Khan in that last round. They've got the momentum. They've got the advantage. Here we go. It's round 2. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Misses with the jab. You don't want to go tit for tat in there in this fight. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. When are we going to see a jab from these two? This fighter's always on their toes, trying to get their opponent rattled, get them off kilter, get them out of their rhythm.
Todd, this is what it's all about. Hit and don't get hit. Jab, move, pop, slip. Use your footwork. Drive your opponent crazy.
Back and forth they go. Neither fighter willing to back down.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you. And so I've got to respect both of them more than nothing.
The courage on display here is incredible. And just as quickly as the action slows down, it heats back up. Right when you think the pace will... Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Khan in that last round. As bad as boxing... Let's get it started in round 3. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
When you're fighting a counterpuncher, you want to bait them in to throw first. Make them think you're going to throw a punch so that they exchange.
Reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye, and they're waiting for any little twitch you do. So you've got to fight a counterpuncher smart.
Just missed with that hook. A perfect counter lands. That jab just missed with the left hand. Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other because no one dare do anything out of turn.
Spear caught as rock! And apparently no rest for the weary. Thought about taking a breath, but instead, they're in there throwing bombs again.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then come back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
Nice exchange here from both men. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Khan in that last round. You know that bell was sweet music to his ears.
Wow, it's like two different leagues.
There's the bell to start round 4. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
The hand speed in these lighter divisions is always so impressive, but if you can sneak in a power shot every once in a while and sit down on a punch, that's where you separate yourself. Both men step back for just a moment. They both want a highlight reel knockout. When you're a power puncher, you're not as concerned with how many punches you throw. It's about how many you land and how hard they are.
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you've got to think of it. You just got to be smarter than them. You've got to be like a little Fagin and pickpocket them.
This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
It didn't land. Trying to land that jab. They are not going to let this one go to the judges. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Khan in that last round. And a round that seemed like eternity for them. Here we go in round 5. Who's going to land the first big shot? Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
There's no doubt that this fighter's power can change the fight around in an instant. You can't afford to make one single minor mistake.
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Swing and a miss with that hook. Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
In the early rounds of a fight, you'll see two boxers feel each other out, test each other's power, and I think this boxer has decided I can walk through anything that lands.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those pointed areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skim and go for speed.
You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Khan in that last round. Well, this is the time that the trainer needs to... There's the bell for round 6. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
And that jab just missed with the left hand. Well done with that counter shot. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Johnny, I know it's still early on, but have you been surprised by anything you've seen?
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Oh boy! Amir Khan dazed! And Amir Khan finally on the canvas.
1, 2, 3, 4. Listen to me. Are you okay?
Apparently it's going to take more than that to keep this fighter down.
The corner need to think nice and sharp. They know their fight. They know what their fight is capable of doing and what their fight can and cannot take. This is going to be a tough decision to make.
Final 10 seconds here, unless something major happens. I think we all know who won that one. Let's talk about Khan in that last round. What a huge momentum swing that's going to be, considering that round will be 10-8 after the knockdown.
Can make or break a fighter.
Okay, I'm happy. I like that round do well. Good match. So you get your places. Then we do them back, and we go again. There's 1, 2 straight down the middle. Can't miss it.
There's the bell to start round 7. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
What a knockdown. 1 minute. You need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
Swing and a miss with the jab. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you can hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Do you believe this? You gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other because no one dare do anything out of turn.
By the way, the connect percentages have to be off the charts. You can tell who's stronger and who's faster. Just missed with that hook. They exchange punches. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Khan in that last round. Well, he is in big trouble here. He may have been saved by the bell.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important. Every second, every minute of this round is important. You cannot...
And we enter the 8th round. After that last round, something has got to change.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs have gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
Well, you know, in this division, you got to have speed and you got to have footwork or you're going to be a cooked goose.
Now this is about design.
Oh, my God, Johnny. Oh, and there's no way they're getting up from that. It is a clean... Not many people would have predicted it, but we've got a knockout victory.
What a build-up.